Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Dinosaur here to bring you another cast, and this one will be our good friend Tenza under a different name. He will actually be Zerg in the top left under Magnus. I will probably just call him Tenza versus some Korean Protoss, is what he said. So those up, probably just call this guy Mecca, even though it's probably a clan name. I cannot read Korean. If I had to guess, I'm going to say that is, let's see, I believe this is a slight variation on the symbol for tacos, and I believe this is, the L here is for lettuce, and then these, you can see these two repeated symbols are for bacon and bacon. And I believe this one is tomato. Oh, well, that makes sense. So he's a double BLT taco from the clan Mecca, down in the bottom right. And meanwhile, Tenza is just, well, Tenza. This probably stands for Tenza Mega Buddy. Well, this cast is off to a great start. So, we'll see what's going on here. Unfortunately, no beer today. Not quite feeling it, so we're just going to leave that out. Yeah, sorry guys. No different monkey ale. And here, he might be trying to hide this probe just a little bit, just so it doesn't fly directly under the Overlord. We'll have to see if Mecca here is going to proxy anything. Or this is a 4-player map, excuse me, so he is just scouting normally. Ha! As I said, Cass is off to a great start. So, nothing really big coming out here. Tenza was able to get up his hatch first, so that was pretty nice for him. No harassment or anything, so this will just be free to go, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to set up a third relatively quickly. Protoss just typically expand pretty quickly, but we'll have a gateway expand here from Mecca, so potentially wants to do some one-base stuff. Very odd. 3 probes in one gas, 2 in the other. Usually people at this level don't make mistakes like just not putting one in, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that is for a specific purpose. So he's doing some very precisely timed gas build, which a lot of times will point to aggression. Usually if a player, let me get rid of that so you guys can see more. And there goes the Twilight Council. Now this won't be like a +2 blink because there's no forge yet, but he may be maybe rushing High Templar, or excuse me, Dark Templar. A little bit of a DT rush can throw your opponent off just a little bit, but no expand yet. But that's what this probe will be tasked with. Heading down, and he just threw. I'm not quite sure what he built there. He went down just a bit in minerals, but gets the expand up, no problemo. And we will see, finally, Tenza is able to scout out and find him. So Tenza, setting up that second, is going to go with speed on the Zerglings. Stalker coming out for Mangus, so this won't be too big of a deal on either side. I wouldn't expect Tenza to invest very heavily into speedlings. May see that this expand is up and maybe wants to punish it a little bit. He did not put up a third, so perhaps there will be aggression on the way, and there is the Dark Templar Shrine, the Dark Shrine. You can just shorten it. Don't need the word Templar in there. And this scouting Zergling is going to see nothing, and so he is a little bit in the dark. Now he knows that something's got to be up because this is a late expand. There's no aggression coming out. Unfortunately, Mecca has 0 pylons out on the map, but he does have this probe, and just as I say that, there goes the pylon. So we will have to see what's going to happen. This could be a little rough, as we do not have lair started or anything. Not quite yet, so we will see what these DTs can do, as they are about 40 seconds away. Now, conversely, he will have Zergling speed up, but it does not look like he has any Zerglings, just 9 of them out on the map. Maybe try to rush those in and get a scout, but not real sure. He does have them just kind of pooled up here at home. There, they do grow those magical wings, and he will send them out. And will this Overlord see it? Looks like not. No idea this over here. Perfectly hidden. But we'll have to see on his player camera when he sees those DTs coming in. So a little bit late now. These gateways are well behind. So the lair well on its way. And there is the first DT. Now we're going to flash to his player camera to see if he's checking anywhere near here when this moves out. Please do not freak out if there's many jumps around, as I'm sure all of you know. Masters players do tend to fly around quite a little bit. And you see Mecca is pretty far down in supply here. That's what happens when you go for things like DTs. You push out basically so much there, and he's pulling these up, and there's already an overseer on the way. So Tenza should be fine depending on where this overseer is, and it's in great position. And it's not letting me go to the player camera, so that is a-okay. But we will see these anyway. We'll follow these in, go to the vision, and look at this. This is going to be shut down entirely if these come in right now. Look, and he sees them, and surprise. All these DTs will go down. Oh no, but the Zerglings don't all attack at once, so he loses a good amount of them. But he does run these away wisely, so really nothing done there. No big deal whatsoever. Now, as far as tech, he's got +1 on the way. As far as buildings, really all he's got is that Dark Shrine, so he's just going to have gateway units, and against even just regular upgraded speedlings, but now Hydra's on the way. This could do pretty well. Would like to see a little bit more creep spread from Tenza, get it really far out there, but it's quite taxing on the APM. He is establishing that third. He's going to be a little bit more reserved. Still doesn't know this pylon's over here. That can be a bit annoying. And he is pulling up a huge amount of minerals and gas here. Not a whole lot he can spend it on, but he did just drone up pretty heavily. He's got 6 more. Just use all of them for 6 more Hydras. And Burrow is on the way. So as that +1 range. And there's an evolution chamber as well. So we'll have to see what's going to happen here. Tenza does not know yet about this incoming attack. But I really think he should be a-okay with this overseer here. Unless it gets picked off very quickly, there's not going to be a whole lot that gets done here. And now he knows that it's coming in. Up to see he's in pretty good position, top of the ramp, and all these Hydras are just going to chew through everything so easily. This should not be super close. But the Zealots do get in front, but that's just not going to be enough. Those Archons, I mean, they can tank a lot, but not that much. So the Archons go down, and now everything else. So that was pretty much a completely failed attack. And I'm sure he'll find this pylon here if he ducks up there, which he does. Insta-kill on the probe, and the pylon goes down. And this is getting to be pretty bad news. 16 drones just popped, putting Tenza up to 64 now. He goes for kind of this mass Hydra style right now. Going to work very well against just gateway units. Now, Mecca did get up this the robotics facility. So he's going to be getting that robotics bay to deal with those Hydras. But right now in Immortal, that's not going to do him any good. These Hydras attack, he may be able to get something done, but they are oh so slow, as they do not have that extra speed off of creep. So they are just super slow. And a free sentry kill here. Always nice to get. And I believe he is searching, and I believe he will find that pylon. Oh, will he? Oh, yes, he does. Okay, so at least one Hydra sees it. No worries there. Did pick off the Overlord here. And Tenza in a pretty commanding lead. Mecca is pretty much stuck in his base. Tenza's getting a 4th. I cannot see how it's possible from Tenza to lose at this point. Unless he takes some sort of terrible engagement with Colossi or doesn't react properly, which he's getting the Spire, so I don't see how that's going to happen. This really should be in Tenza's favor. I can't see this really going poorly for him unless he really takes a bad engagement. We should see, hopefully, his supply explode here. He's got 2100, 1200. Could be gearing up to see a big Muta swing. Especially if his opponent, he knows, is going things like Colossi and doesn't have a lot of anti-air. Right now, it's 3 Stalkers and now 3 Sentries. Something like 12 Mutas could basically win him the game. We do know Tenza loves his Mutas. Now he could go up to probably 15 by the time this pops. He's got the larva to do it, and we'll see where they go. Lots of overlords just spent, and there's another swell. Let's see, where's this money going to go to, Tenza? You've got larva. You got 13 of them. And he needs those overlords to pop. And once they do, as they do right now, here we go. And what do we got, Tenza? Oh, you're making me look like a fool. There's 17 mutas. And this will destroy Mecca. I really do not see how this can go well for him from here. No cannons in the main. No cannons over here. Anti-air. He did just get a bunch of stalkers. That does help. But we'll have to see. He's trying to get this third base up. Looks like 17 hydras. This force will take out the hydras pretty easily. But it's got to move so far across the map. And those mutas are out. Excuse me. And flying around already. Quick mineral check. Both of them doing pretty well. About 500 left on those. 300, a little bit less for the Protoss player. But he's going to fly down. Depending on where this army is at, he's going to lose so much to this. You can bounce so easily between these two bases with this mineral line. Now, there are no probes there yet. With 56 probes, he's going to have to get a lot. This base is oversaturated, while this one's a little bit undersaturated. This ball of mutas could just do so much damage. With 1-1 on the way, he will be going up, I believe, to 89 drones? 86. So many drones. Oh, there it is, 89. So his income is going to be out of control. That macro, getting 1,200 gas, getting almost as much gas as the Protoss player is minerals. So again, really, I think our Protoss player is pretty much dead in the water, unless some miracle happens with Tenza here. I think he will be A-okay. There's no big deal going on there, and these mutas just kind of still sitting, not doing much, and here they go. And with this cannon coming up, just one cannon. He did wait for 1-1 to finish, so these are 1-1 mutas, almost 1-1. Excuse me, you got missile attack, so they are just 0-1. And he doesn't want to fight that army straight up, but look, the main is here, and it's open for the taking. Oh no, and those stalkers are going to go down very quickly, and he's just going to he should just head right into the mineral line. Not quite sure why he's trying to kill just stalkers here. Oh, and he is taking out that High Templar Shrine. That's so good for him. Going up to 13 more mutas. Going to get the Twilight Council. Oh, that's going to take so much time. Oh, so much time now to rebuild that tech. He knows that he's going to invest heavily into mutas. A great switch here. And now he can just jump right over to this base, just as I said. His Mothership Core does have enough, but he doesn't get it off. Oh, he does get it off just barely. But now Tenza, I think, smartly is just going to get out of here. Should just regroup with those other mutas. And this is where we'll just see him tear apart. Oh, and he's got such a big bank built up. Now two Stargates on the way, but I'm sorry, Mecca, it is just too late. Unless these mutas do absolutely nothing for the next several minutes, you're not going to have any sort of force to deal with this. He'll need to go up to Fleet Beacon. It looks like he's predicted where he's going to be at, but oh, so many probes going down so quickly. 21 probes thus far in the game. And now he's just going to keep bouncing around here. No defense over here except for these stalkers. And this is where you're at kind of one of those weird spots, because if you're Mecca, you have to keep building stalkers, and oh no, all these stalkers are going to go down. He's trading so well with these mutas. Barely getting anything in return, and there go another 10 probes, and this is GG. There's nothing he can do against this. Being down now, basically two functional bases to 5. There's nothing that's going to happen in this game. This should be GG any moment. I mean, as great as these two Phoenix will be, you know, he's got, is that 12, 14 stalkers, and now he's got swarm hosts on the way. It's never going to do anything. This game is over. There are no Archon toilets, unfortunately. If there were, maybe something magical could happen, but this base is out. He's got one functional base. He's got barely any minerals left. This is just a slow, painful death. And his production goes down, because why not? Because everything else has been going so swimmingly for him. He decides, you know what, I don't even like these Colossi. And he's just going to fight this straight up, and he can win, so that will be GG. Any moment now. If you ever wanted to see Mutas take on an entire Protoss army, because he's got 30 of them, had 30, now down to 19, but there it is. Oh, maybe just a rage quit a little bit. No GG there, but I mean, this game was over kind of from the start. Tenza, kind of a build order, not really a build order win. He just had the good setup. When those DTs did absolutely nothing, and he was able to set up a third base, I mean, from there he was ahead the entire time, got the econ lead, and from there he just stretched it out, ending with an enormous bank so he could remake 38 more mutas if he wanted to. So that's all for this game, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time.